too, and I'll show you that if you like. I've got a tin of it right here, and to be quite honest with you, it's not for the faint of heart. This is for the tea connoisseur, I would say. You're looking at a 40-gram tin like this, and I can't make this up. It's 25 bucks. Pretty intense, but all that to say that if you don't have it every day, then it will last you a very long time. I think I bought that tin in June. It's now November, and I mean, I only maybe drink it maybe once a week or so, or something like that. So it's good stuff. So it's nice to enjoy with some company. But in terms of the actual, the feeling it gives you of kind of restoring your energy, if you will. That's heavenly. To be honest with you, it's quite similar. So the characteristic thing about matcha is that it gives you sort of an energy boost similar to espresso, but in a more gentle way. You don't get like this sudden jolt of energy, and then you're wired and you can't stop shaking your leg for no reason. And then 30 minutes later, you know, you're practically passing out because you're having what they call a caffeine crash. So matcha doesn't have that. Its duration of effectiveness is several hours longer than coffee also, so that's pretty cool. It's really useful if you're studying for exams, or in my case, if you're working on model kit and it's late at night and you're tired and you need a little pickup. It's nice to have a cup of matcha. Matcha can be had hot or cold. I'm having this one hot in my Canon lens mug, and yeah, the nice thing is at least it's not too bitter, and it doesn't have an unpleasant flavor. The only downside I find to the Mayaka blend, maybe it's because I haven't put enough of it in here. I can try increasing the amount, but it doesn't have much of its own flavor. It would be my only sort of, you know, complaint, I guess. It just sort of, I mean, it doesn't even taste like sencha. It just tastes like I can't even articulate it properly. It tastes like sort of powdery, but not artificial. It's definitely all natural, that's for sure. But let me take a hint from the actual color of it, and I'll show you. You'll see that it's sort of this. It's a sort of a darker, a little bit more yellowy brown color than a matcha that's from a higher grade of green tea. So maybe that's the difference, is that it comes from an ordinary grade of green tea leaves, whereas an imperial matcha would come from a gyokuro sencha. And so it might not have as much flavor, but I would say for potency, it's exactly the same product, pretty much. So, and what's interesting is that, and I found this out with because of my roommate, Magali, who works at David's Tea, and she brought home at one point vanilla matcha, and I didn't know they did that. No, they did flavored matcha. So I guess if you have vanilla extract or caramel extract, for example, you could certainly do quite a bit with this, and you could even use this in desserts. And certainly at the cost at what they're asking, it's very reasonable. So personally, I don't really sweeten my tea practically ever, so I'm quite happy drinking it just as is. Maybe have it with a pokey or something, a little cookie, or you know, some bread, or a biscuit perhaps, maybe even a slice of cake. Right now I'm not really hungry, but yeah, it goes down nice and easy. It's not exactly smooth though. It's a little bit harsh. So yeah, something to keep in mind. I would definitely recommend it. Definitely give it a try, especially if you're not that picky when it comes to matcha. I mean, I've tried like 4 different types of matcha, and I seem to be satisfied with all of them. It's just that they all have their own special quality. So I would say for something you could have every day and not even consider the cost, yeah, Mayaka has a pretty reasonably decent product, and you know, give it a shot. You never know. All right, for Eat Prit Chai, I've been Anis Ali Khan. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay frosty.